This is a CBC podcast.
Negotiations remain stalled between Rio Tinto and Unifor Local 2301 in Kitimat, and the prolonged strike is beginning to have an effect on the broader community. Tom Meyer is the general manager of 101 Industries, a contractor in Kitimat.
Currently, we were able to divert some of our existing workforce and some of our resources away from some contractual obligations that we had at Rio Tinto. We hope that we can continue to divert those resources. However, eventually that well may dry up and we may not have the work and the same volume of work that we had with Rio Tinto being part of the equation. The impact is slowly being felt by us, but again, like I said earlier, LNG Canada, with its project well underway, can fill some of those gaps. But Rio Tinto is a significant contributor, and if we don't have that, avenue and that additional opportunity, eventually, at some point, we may have to make difficult decisions with some of our existing employees.
Well, one other person feeling the crunch is Jeanette Cowan. She's a food truck operator who showed support for the workers earlier this week, providing them with a free crab lunch. And Jeanette joins us on Daybreak this morning. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How has your business been affected by the strike?
Oh, significantly. I've been down about 30% of my business because I get a lot of people that come for their lunch and dinners before they go to work.
And
sorry.
Oh, I was going to ask, how worrying is that for you?
Oh, extremely. I'm a seasonal worker. So in the winter, I'm going to have to get another job. And if Rio Tinto doesn't go back, then the other restaurants and employment here are all going to be affected.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more. What are you hearing from other businesses who offer services to Rio Tinto and its workers?
Oh, let me tell you, everybody's behind them, and we're all fighting for them. So everybody's being impacted right down, all the way down to the grocery stores. Like, it's a tough one to deal with.
Despite business slowing down for you, you still decided to serve a free lunch to the picketers, I understand.
Oh, of course. Well, I'm right behind them 100%. So is the majority of the community, because that's our main source. Once LNG is gone, that's the one. And they can't be taking away all these benefits for the people. Like, they want to take away, like, their benefits if they don't work up to a certain hours. And pretty much, I think the big company is going to make sure they don't make them hours so they don't have to pay the benefit, is what I think.
When you were giving that free lunch to picketers, what was the mood of the workers? What were they saying?
Oh, they're behind it 100%, and they're fighting for their rights. They're fighting for our community, because Kitimat is a beautiful community, and we have lots of good people here. And if we're going to maintain this, everybody's got to fight.
You heard there the voice of Tom Meyer, a contractor in Kitimat, about the effect the strike is having on the community. I want to play a little bit more of what Tom Meyer told us. Let's take a listen to this together.
A lot of people are concerned about, not just business people, but just the normal folk around town. What's going to happen if this is a lengthy strike? What's my house value going to be? I know there's other people that have been trying to sell their homes or have bought new homes, and suddenly they have concerns. Am I going to be employed if this drags on for any length of time? So that's kind of the angst, which would be typical of this kind of a situation. And I'm hearing it on the street. I'm hearing it from long-term residents, people that just moved here. Everybody's concerned.
Do you share those same concerns?
Oh, yes. Yes. Like, this will fail if they can't agree. And I don't think that's right, because they're a multi-billion-dollar company. And why can't they give the people that work so hard for them their deserved right?
You mentioned that the food truck that you operate is seasonal work for you. If you do need to look for work in the winter, what do you think you'll do?
Well, I'm a cook by trade, but in the end, I'm going to have to take anything, like just so I could pay my bills. So it's going to be a tough road for everyone here.
The union says they will be meeting with Rio Tinto early next week to discuss returning to the negotiating table. How important is it to you that the two parties can reach an agreement quickly?
I would like them to, but I also wouldn't want them to back down for what they're fighting for. Like, it's not my first go around in tough times. So, I want them to get what they're fighting for because it's for the future of Kitimat. It's not so much for us right now, it's for the future.
When you say it's for the future, in what way?
For the workers that come in here. Because, like I said, they're trying to take away, like, their benefits. Like, eventually, they're just going to take away everything, where you're just a part-time worker where you have no benefits. You just go in there, you work, you don't get no paid vacation, you don't get no benefits. The retirees, like, they won't have their dental or eye care or anything like that. They'll have nothing left. And I believe that's not fair. Because you give your life to make that company work, and they're not going to let you have it in the end. They're not going to support you in the end after you gave it all to them.
Jeanette, are you planning on serving any more free lunches to the picketers?
Oh, yeah, I'll be back out there again. I have to regroup. I have to think a little bit. But, yeah, I will be back out there, and I will do it again for them.
Any idea what will be on the menu?
Oh, I don't know, because it's free. I'll probably go out on the ocean and I'll catch some salmon for them, and I could serve that to them. Like, because it's free. Under the health code, I can't sell that, but if it's free and I'm giving it away, I can give it to them.
Jeanette, great to speak with you this morning. Best of luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
Jeanette Cowan, owner and operator of the Pit Stop Food Trailer in Kitimat. What about you? Are you a business owner, a resident in Kitimat, resident in Terrace affected by the ongoing strike? You can email us this morning, daybreaknorth@cbc.ca. Give us a call on the listener line, 1-866-340-1932. I mentioned that there are intentions to return to the negotiating table early next week. We'll be covering that on CBC Radio. What would you like to see come out of those negotiations? You can let us know on Facebook or Twitter as well. We are at Daybreak North.
For more CBC podcasts, go to cbc.ca/podcasts.